Hello and welcome, this is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more of the Flashpoint DLC for BattleTech. We just finished the first mission in this system. We have two more, and it looks like I have a travel contract as well. It's Capellan's hiring me. Trying to see if it's clear on who it's going to be against. Not really. I could hit negotiate and find that information out, but I'm not going to really worry about it. Let's worry about our main contracts that are in the system we're currently at. So we have the battle mission and a better environment for us just from the standpoint of how hot we'll be running. And then we have an escort mission in the desert. Typically, I expect battle missions to potentially be more difficult because you don't know if there's going to be reinforcements. You can be pretty heavily outnumbered in these missions. So I think we take this one first, and just as a precaution in case we do take damage. Because if we do take that damage when we have to downgrade what pilots or mechs we have available, I think it'd be better off to do that in the escort mission. So let's go forward with this mission. But before we do that, of course, we're going to want to take a look at our mech warriors, make sure we've leveled them all up. So Gnarly's out, and my typical replacement would be Toxic. So let's take a look at him first. Now we are trying to get him towards this ability here, so that he'd have the same parity as far as abilities. So let's continue to do so. That's all he's going to be able to afford, unless, of course, we take Tactics. I didn't think about that. Do we want to take Tactics? Yeah, sure, why not? It does actually have some validity if we're going to be putting him in the Thunderbolt. So, yeah, I think that's a good thing to pick up. My pilot doesn't have enough points for anything, so we can skip past him. Not really sure if I'm going to use Revere or Scarecrow, but if it's a battle mission, we should probably go more firepower focused. So it'd be Revere, because we'd want the heavier mech. So in that case, I think Revere, we're just going to sit tight, because as much as I could get Guts, it's not really going to be anything I think all that meaningful at the moment. So we'll just save his points until we can get more meaningful things out of him. And then the last pilot we'd have would be Truck.
Yep.
Who does have enough points. And for her right now, the two... Yeah, there's no more overheat threshold, because we probably just got it. So we'd probably need a couple level ups there. The two most important abilities for a support pilot, which is how we're using her, is Gunnery Skill, which she has maxed out, so we can't do that anymore, and Tactics. Because Tactics gives you things like this. Cold Shot bonus, gets rid of some of your indirect fire penalty, and it also shortens in that minimum range, which is also very good when you're using LRMs and things like that. So, pretty useful, and we'll probably continue going down that path as much as possible. Do we want to take Filing Skill? No, I think she can go to be fine without it. So that's what we're going to do.
Training confirmed.
So not a lot of level ups to do. That's fine. I am looking towards getting more pilots available. Right now, Strix is, way behind the curve. I hired her early on to kind of sit on and allow the simulator to build up experience for her. And that's still her place, but we did just get a new simulator, so that she will improve more. But I'm a little worried that where we're at at this stage of the game, we did a little bit more experienced pilots to replace any injuries that we may accumulate. In particular, we just lost Gnarly. Toxic is nowhere near the capability of her, and I think Mothman's getting to the point. Yeah, as a matter of fact, she can pick this up. She's getting to the point where she can get close to as good as Truck. So as far as the support pilot goes, we're doing a little bit better there. But I would like to have more backups, especially if we're going through flashpoints. Right now, I only have 8 pilots. Now, as far as hiring more here, I did already kind of look at this. None of these really are that attractive to me. We could pick up Bastard, but I'm not so sure about his background information. And then a lot of these other ones that I looked at, they really don't have much to speak of, except for maybe Raygun has a little bit of...
Yes, Commander.
But most of them are just, they just have their main basic thing. So if we want to pick up somebody like cheap, we could pick somebody up like Roach or Red Star, as they're both the same price, and we could just sit on them and wait for the simulator to build up their experience, but that's kind of a long-term gain.
I'm receiving you.
So, I mean, that's something we could do,
Orders.
but
Waiting for orders.
I don't know if it's a good idea at this stage of the game. I think it may be a better idea. You know what? I'll pick up Red Star just to have a little bit extra pilots, and then we'll have two kind of lesser experienced pilots that will try and build up experience. But then from here on out, I'm going to look for 1, 2, or 2 more pilots that are a little bit more experienced. I think with this system, it's got a token population, so it doesn't really have a lot here. So we'll go with Red Star. Sure.
New mech warriors available.
All right. Let's go ahead and take that contract now. So it's going to be the battle one. Unless I get more picks, yeah, I'm just going to go 50-50 here. All right. Loadout wise, we already have our pilots all set up, and the mechs we're going to be using are also all set up. I didn't do the loadout for the crab yet because that's going to take time to do anyway, and right now we're not having time advance, so no real reason to do that. Go ahead and deploy. All right, here we go.
Command interface initiated.
We picked up fusion engine signatures and weapons fire commander. Looks like our targets are in the area. Move up, make contact, and wipe them out. Alright, so this is a new recording session for me. I hope the bug that I've been seeing where we just had some issues with enemies when they die, leaving behind, I'll just call them echoes. It's not ideal. I forgot to reorder these two as far as... Oh, we're already running into them. Okay, that's a little bit of an issue for me because my Thunderbolt is not going to get into cover and they're fairly close. So I think what we're going to do is we're just do normal movement along the road. That way, I guess we might as well get the max evasion bonus we can get. So we'll move like this. Actually, I want to move towards the woods over here in the hope that a move would get me into the woods and into cover. That's what I'm going to aim for. Yeah, cover is kind of crappy here. I guess we could go in behind the mountain and it's not likely they'd be able to see me. We'd still be relatively close. Guess we could... Well, we don't really want to get too fancy because we might be too far away to really get effective weapons fire, so... Can I jump to the woods I'm looking for? Nope. Alright. I guess this is a rock that may block vision. I have no guarantees of that, but we'll give it a go. See what happens. Okay, so you're on the medium scale. We'll go ahead and reserve once, see what happens.
Alright, I'm standing here.
And that mech is moving right away. It's a Cicada 2A. We've been seeing a lot of cicadas lately. Already firing at the trebuchet. Which is kind of bad news for me, because that thing is just giving vision to the mech that the enemy is most going to want to attack. Which makes me somewhat unhappy. And this thing is also has a lot of evasion, so it's going to be difficult to hit and prevent that line of sight. I can't really retreat either and get out of the line of sight and be effective. So, this is a little dicey.
I'm receiving you.
Alright. I can jump in. I'm going to guess my targeting solution is going to be, you know what, at this point, let's just play it out. Let's hit reserve. It's not going to make much difference here.
Let me know when you need me, Chief.
But if they have long-range weaponry, they're going to definitely be using it. Considering we had 3 evasion, that was a lot of accuracy out of that enemy mech. Okay. I find that somewhat suspicious, so let's go ahead and reserve again. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mind my own business till an opportunity presents itself.
Okay, so they have at least 1, maybe 2 heavy mechs. I don't know that for sure.
It will be done.
There was no mention of reinforcements, so I can't be certain that that's going to be a thing. I figure we move in here somewhat aggressively, but I'm going to use sensor lock.
Acknowledged.
To try and knock the cicada out, because we're going to have follow-up from a few of our mechs, so Sensor lock.
Sensors locked on.
Okay. Then. Come on.
Commander?
Okay, the Thunderbolt can get in the woods, which is what we were looking for. Question is, do we want that to be the first shot we get off? Okay, I'm trying to see what I can do jumping here. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with my attack here. It's a little bit risky because I'm out in the open, but at most the enemy's going to get one attack off on me.
Engaging jump jets.
And I want to lower the evasion for the Thunderbolt before it goes ahead and attacks. So my pilot has pretty good gunnery skill. And then we're going to follow this up with the trebuchet attack. The trebuchet. Oh, hello. That is bad news.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Now, I'm kind of surprised how many hits that thing got, considering, again, I had pretty good evasion. But that is an LRM carrier, without a shadow of a doubt. That was a lot of LRMs. Okay, so I don't know how many more vehicles there's going to be, but we definitely want to keep moving. If at all possible. I can't move too close. I'm a little hesitant to do this, though, because I'm putting my trebuchet in the line of fire, which I really don't like. I guess we could back off just very slightly. Yeah, let's do that.
Got it.
Then we'll go ahead and open fire here. Hopefully we can knock this thing out.
Firing.
I didn't know that there was going to be anything moving in the assault
Got past the armor.
level. That seems like there's only one of those, though. Oh, and I just blocked myself from the place I was going to be moving. Well, if they don't get vision, I guess it won't matter too much. Alright, so that accuracy is going to definitely go up for the Thunderbolt. And with the Thunderbolt's attack, we have a fairly good chance of killing the Cicada, I would think. But, you know, these things have a habit of hanging on. I mean, this thing only has 16 hit points in the center torso, so if we get a good shot here, it should go down. But we just hit it. There we go. I was going to say, we just hit it all over places we didn't want to hit it.
I hope we can salvage that.
Alright, so that was their main vision.
Mess him up good.
So at the moment, they don't have any vision. But as soon as that changes, we're going to have to track down this LRM carrier. I have a feeling whatever this is going to get vision on me this turn. I don't think there's a whole lot I can do about that. 55 ton, I'm going to guess this is, yeah, a Shadowhawk. No, it didn't do anything. Does that mean it doesn't have vision of me, or does that just mean... Well, I guess there's one way to find out. Although, I'm not really sure, because this was the only thing that fired at me earlier. These may all be short-range units. And we don't want to reserve any more, because then we give that LRM carrier a chance to... Now, according to this, it can't see me. If I move over this way, it can. Well, I want to find where this LRM carrier is. So, I'm fairly certain it's over here somewhere. So, I'm going to jump here. And then I'm going to sensor lock the Shadowhawk, because it has quite a bit of evasion. Might as well.
Behold, I take flight.
Kind of throwing away some of our damage potential, but... Okay, well, it's up there on this ridge. I mean, that was a pretty long-range shot. Again, I have no idea how it got as many hits as it did. I had a lot of evasion. But, whatever. Okay. So I'm fairly confident it does not have vision of me. We can... Well, I was going to say we could confirm that, but I don't think that whatever moved on that heavy has long-range weapons either.
Yep.
If I move here... Yeah, we're just getting LRMs, so I don't think there's a reason to move. Because I think it's the same accuracy either way. So we'll go ahead and open up on the Shadowhawk here. You know what? Because I don't think they have vision, I think reserving is actually the right call. And this also can confirm that they have at least 2 heavy somethings. I think they have more than that. I think what we're looking at is some vehicles. I think we have a secondary lance and it's all vehicles. Okay, we're going to go ahead and open up here. I could use Precision Strike, and there would be a call for that. But I'm going to be doing a attack with my pilot, and I may want to use Vigilance to give me good initiative so we can get out of there. So let's go ahead and open up just normal. Okay. Now we get, yeah, okay. So they definitely do not have vision at this stage. All right. So I'm going to have to be careful with the movement of the Thunderbolt. What I want to do is I want to get close enough so I can fire at it, but not so close that they can see me. Although I say that, for this turn, it's not going to really matter if they have vision. What is going to matter is if I could get more weapons into bear here, but I do want the damage reduction as well. So I think I'm just going to have to settle with not getting... I'm like probably just very shy of getting the most damage I can, but... This looks like it's the typical Shadowhawk variant. I always forget which one's which. I think the 2H is the standard. Let's just double check that. Yeah, that's a standard variant, which is what I thought. But I just wanted to, oops, wanted to make sure of that. So I'm not probably going to take it out with the Thunderbolt this turn. It's better to get the damage reduction and just be in a good position. We'll get our opportunity later. Okay, go ahead and fire here. We might be able to get away with both a Precision Strike and a Vigilance. Uh-oh. Okay, so they have 2 assault vehicles. That didn't... I could have swore that did not come up before. But I guess that's good to know. So I have to be more careful with my movements in future. Alright, so this is... I think it's a medium mech. I don't think I can get into the range of my small laser, so I'm going to opt to not be as close because I still get the same element of vision. And we will use Vigilance when we arrive, because I'd like to get out before they can really smack me too hard. But I have a feeling this is a Hunchback, and that is indeed what it is. Now, this is the 4G variant. The 4G variant is the standard variant with the AC-20, so definitely somewhat scary. Alright, let's go ahead and do Vigilance. Okay. And we do have the ability to do Precision Strike if we want to, and I think that may be a good call. I mean, we do have 95% across the board, so it may be a waste to do it. Especially if you want to be using Vigilance and things in the future, so... I'm going to lean towards just going ahead and just firing here normally. What, did we only hit the head last time? Yeah, we hit other places. I was going to say it was all white. Alright, let's fire.
Engaging target.
Did we just hit the head again? Wow. Not every day you get that.
Destroyed.
We just took his head out completely.
Let's hit 'em hard.
Okay, so we're in a good position here. We still don't know... Or we know where the Shrike PPC carrier is. And the enemy is in the same situation it was before. They don't have vision of me at the moment. They will probably get that vision, so... I think we just go ahead and do our hit and run attack. I'm not sure how much we're going to be able to sling here, though, and be able to jump away. And just to be on the safe side, I am going to turn off my medium laser, as it's going to be one of the more heat buildup weapons that we can throw here. So just give us a little bit of room to jump further away. And we'll fire our more damaging weapons here. Okay, let's go ahead and open up. I could do a Precision Strike. I feel like that's kind of a waste. Yeah, what the hell, I'll do it. It'll give us more accuracy on our shot. Typically, I go after the right torso on one of these guys. So to try and take out the AC-20. Ideally, I'd want to get in behind him, but I may not have the strategic positioning to do that,
Engaging target.
considering we're outnumbered and what have you. Okay. And I'm definitely going to jump away. Alright, well, I'm going to go for this. I have a feeling he's going to be able to see me, but guess we'll find out. I may be in behind cover, but I'm not really sure with that placement. Alright, at this stage, they don't have vision of me, so let's just go ahead and reserve and see what happens. And because I hit him with the precision strike, that's why he's not going at the moment. What I could do is I could jump down with the Griffin and sensor lock him, but Hunchback is not likely going to get too much evasion. So, you know what, let's reserve. See what happens. If he gets vision, he gets vision. Okay, that confirms the vehicle thing. I'm not sure it got vision. This is one of those situations where we have that rangefinder so that we can see further than they can. I'm going to assume that that's the case. And we'll continue to reserve here. Now, this may have vision because it sure moved up. Okay. That vision it just got is somewhat dangerous to me. Because we know there's an LRM carrier and a Shrek PPC, so that vision that they're getting is a little hazardous to my health. Okay. So now we have another threat here as far as vision is concerned. Now it's tempting to go after these vehicles, but I'm not sure that's a right call.
I'm ready.
This is where I wish I had hit and run with this pilot. All right. What I can do is I can come in here and sensor lock that guy and see what we get out of that. The LRM carrier might be able to rain fire on us, but we're also pretty far away from the LRM carrier, so I don't know what kind of accuracy we're talking about. So yeah, I'm gonna jump in here. We're sensor lock him. Haven't really done a whole lot with my Griffin, I'm noticing.
I've got a sensor lock.
Well, nothing happened yet. I'm going to assume, yeah, the Thunderbolt does not have direct vision. Nor can it get it. That's a bit of an issue. Truck.
What do you need?
Same thing. So... I guess we just open up on the Hunchback with what we got. There could be a reason to go with the precision strike that I can think of. Especially if we can knock him really far down into initiative. I'm going to go ahead and go with the precision strike here. First off, it's going to give me better accuracy. I'm going to go after the right torso to continue trying to punch that up. Okay. And then, I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take a more aggressive move.
What can I do you for?
Towards the Hunchback, and I'm hoping I get enough morale next turn so I can knock him even further down in initiative so that my Thunderbolt can get into position to hit him before he gets a chance to go. That's my thought process in any case. I don't know if it's a good thought process, but it's what I'm going with. So, yeah.
On the move.
I'm starting to think, though, that most of the enemy outside of... Yeah, because we've already killed the 2 out of the 3 of this land. So the Hunchback is all that's left. All the rest are vehicles. We'll go ahead and hit this guy. And if we are able to knock him one more time into initiative, or down in initiative, that means that my entire lance will be able to go before he goes. So,
I'm here.
yeah, and we do indeed have it. So, I think the order of the day here is kind of just make aggressive moves. I'm going to use Precision Strike anyway, so I guess we don't need optimum range here. And we're just going to try and move so we can do as much damage to this Hunchback as possible. Ideally, you'd want to get in behind him, but I'm not in the right position to do that, so... Jump here.
Lifting off.
Put him with Precision Strike again. A guarantee that we can hit him with everybody before he gets a chance to go. We're going to do the cold shot on his forces section, which is going to blow it off. Now his AC-20 is gone, which is most of his threat. Also, by doing that, you get rid of one of his medium lasers, so we really cut down his firepower. All he has left is a medium laser and a small laser. I highly recommend you go after the right torso if ever you're facing any version of really the Hunchback, because the other version puts a bunch of medium lasers in that right torso. So either way, it's the right move. Okay, we're going to go ahead and jump in here. We're going to attack from the same direction. Actually, no, jumping would be a bad idea, because we can't really deal with the heat build up. So I would have preferred to attack from that same side to just keep hitting in with the damage, but I don't think I can get away with that jump just from a heat standpoint. So we want to hit him with as much damage as we can. So let's go for that. I'm fairly certain with this climate we can deal with the heat generation of all of our weapons firing without too much concern. So let's go ahead and fire here.
Engaging
And then I'm hoping the Thunderbolt's follow-up shots will be enough to do this,
Yep.
finish the job. Now, we do not want these guys to get vision of me if I can avoid it. So I'm going to take a, again, I guess you would call it an aggressive stance, but to do more damage, but also move myself away from the vehicles there. Now, they're moving down a road. They may be able to get in there and see me anyway, and that would be bad because now I'm out in the open, but I'm hoping by moving away from them we'll get a little bit further
I'll
out.
do what I can.
Anyway, we do more damage this way. Matter of fact, the likelihood we get a kill here extremely high.
Copy that.
We'd actually have to be very unlucky to not get the kill. Okay, there's one lance down.
That one's gone.
Kind of glad I didn't take very much salvage because this is going to be a crap mission from a salvage standpoint. Okay, they did not get vision of me. At least I don't think they did. Alright, I hate when the game does that. So they just screwed me out of a turn. For whatever reason, whenever that happens, you break contact with the enemy. They get a turn, but you don't. And it's such bullcrap because I don't recover from, well, thankfully the Thunderbolt didn't have any heat, but I don't recover from any heat that I may have generated. And also, they got to move up. So maybe I could have moved my Thunderbolt into a position to see him and fire on him this turn. But no, we don't get that luxury. So I'm not really sure what I want to do here.
I await your command.
Probably a good move is just, well, first off, yeah, we do have to move up. Just move in behind this ridge. But of all the things that are in this game, that's one of the things I really, 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 really want them to fix is this whole, the enemy gets to move.
Got a lock.
If you're in combat and you break sensor contact, the enemy gets a turn, you don't. Like, that is such garbage. They should always default to you getting the first turn if that happens. You go into that non-combat round, they should always default that way. Because I don't know how many times I've been screwed out of turns, especially when the enemy drops in behind you and then they act and then they get to smack you around before you even get to do anything, even though you should have had a turn. That kind of stuff just drives me crazy. Okay, so we've locked this guy up.
Yeah?
The only one that's really going to be able... I can't get into cover. All right, so we're just going to have to move in a way that they're definitely not going to get vision of me. Although I do want to be within sensor range if I can help it. Nah, not quite. Not while being safe. So we'll move to here.
Roger.
We can move into cover fairly easy. In a future turn. Go ahead and... Yeah, it's not a bad shot there.
Firing.
I don't expect us to kill the striker with this, but we'll do some pretty decent damage. Alright, well, this is going to be a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.